right, what's up, CBN? I am live streaming this one today onto my YouTube channel. So, if y'all want to talk and ask some questions, I won't be looking at anybody on YouTube today. I'm only speaking to my CBN members. So if you want to join, the link is cleanbusinessnetwork.com. Join, and you can join and actually tap in with me. We're doing a live Zoom call. If we start to say anything that's like private minded CBN member stuff only, I'm gonna probably I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might stop sharing basically. So let me hit record just in case I gotta stop sharing at some point. Where's the record button? Right there. All right, let's share my screen, and then welcome to the CBN members. If you are, if you got any questions, I don't remember who, I think Lorenzo, I'm gonna say that part. I think as a Navi was here first. So if you're gonna mute yourself, if you got any questions, and if you don't got no questions, you can stay muted. I'll move to the next person. And then if nobody got no questions, we'll jump to the questions from the group that I haven't been able to get to. And I'll answer those until y'all think of some questions for me. All right, so anybody got any questions now before we jump into the group questions? If you do, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask away. All right,
for subcontractors.
Colette, what's going on, Miss? How do I pronounce your name correctly?
Colette.
Colette, good to meet you, Miss
Yes,
Colette.
sir.
Yes, what's going on? What questions you got for me?
For subcontractors, do they have to have bonding and liability insurance?
No, so they don't have to have, definitely they don't have to have bond coverage. That's really, if you want to require them to have, but you don't have to. As far as the insurance, it would be ideal for them to carry their own liability coverage, but honestly, you can always just add them as an additional short to your insurance. So it's just up to you how you want to, what you want to require to your subcontractors.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right. Any other questions, anybody? All right, cool. And again, if anybody is new to this is how we do it. We just freestyle it. If y'all got questions at any point, cut me off while I'm talking, unmute yourself and hop on in. If not, I'll just keep answering questions from the group until I run out. And then once I run out, we just wrap it up. And I usually won't go over an hour. All right, let's jump here. So I see that this is the video from last week's live call. And I see there were some questions up there that I didn't get a chance to address those. So shout out to Daryl Moore. He says, dang, I missed the live. I wanted to ask about the automated program. I forgot what it's called. I need info on how I can get in on if it's still available. Yeah, so definitely check out automation.cleanbusinessnetwork.com. And there's a whole free webinar there that pretty much explains what's in the program. And it also gives you a little bit of nuggets too that you probably can, you know what I mean, get some value off of them and improve your business just off of the stuff in the webinar. But go to automation.cleanbusinessnetwork.com. And but yeah, basically what it's about is 3 different sections in the Clean Business Automation. So number 1 is going to teach you how to set up your in-house lead generation program within your company. So that way you can hire you some cold calls versus paying us for leads, because all we do is we hire cold calls to cold call for you in your area and set appointments for you, right? But if you what I was gonna, oh right, but if you want to skip us and pay a little bit less than what we charge, so right now you can get leads from us in CBN if you're a CBN member for $100, right? If you're not a CBN member, it's $175, and if you get this Clean Business Automation program, you can get it for less than $100, right? Because I show you how to do it. All right, so that's the first part of the Clean Business Automation. Second part is the most important part, which is where I show you how to basically offer apprentice program to other owners and basically get paid to hire subcontractors and stop struggling to find good workers. All right. Then section 3 is where I show you how to systemize it all, how you can put all of your leads in one hub, how you can put all of your subcontractors in one hub. I show you how to set up your own in-house calculator and proposal generator. So that way, instead of using ours, which is, you can still use ours, but when you get this program, you get lifetime access to the Clean Business Network and all our proposals and everything. But I'll show you how to do your own. I basically let you copy mine, so that way you can white label it, put your logo on it instead of our logo, and you also get the ability to customize your proposals when you send them to the customer. So definitely check that out, automation.cleanbiznetwork.com if you're interested in that. Let me see if that link actually works, because I don't like it's gonna work. And if it does work, then good. But if it don't, then I probably just got to put the HTTP in front of it. Load mighty slow, so I'm gonna go ahead and what is it? You got it there now. Let's see. Tell you what, let's X this out. Let's do this. Do it that way. There we go. I don't know what the difference was between me typing it versus them doing it their way, but I'll delete this one and put a better one. Again, shout out to everybody on YouTube. Right now, I'm only answering people from Clean Business Network. So if you want your question answered, you want to speak to me directly the same way that Ms. Colette was able to, join us in Clean Business Network, all right? It's only $49 a month to join. Marcus Crockett is here. Y'all, what's up, Marcus? So one thing I want to start doing is, instead of me leading these calls every week, and eventually I want to get them to doing multiple calls a week, right? So that way we can constantly be answering questions, as I know that we ain't gonna always be active in the group every single day, right? But oh, he's still trying to get his audio right. But what I'm trying to do now is, instead of me hosting the calls every single week, I want y'all to hear from some of the CBN veterans, right? People who have built successful cleaning companies, right? So Marcus Crockett is going to be the first one to do it, and then after him, we'll probably keep, allowing people that opportunity as well. So as we go forward, more people will be hosting other than just me. So, hey, Marcus, if you want to unmute yourself at any time, you know what I mean, and chime in on some of these questions here, I'm gonna go ahead and start it off, and then I'll let you pick up.
Okay, yeah, I just got everything set up, man. So
right, yeah, I've seen it. You good, bro. I appreciate you coming on, though.
Definitely.
Yep, and I got 2 interviews with Marcus, y'all. For anybody that want to, learn more about Marcus and like, who is this guy? I think he can answer questions, right? I got 2 interviews with him. He killing it. He built his cleaning company bigger than mine was. So, and he also has a YouTube channel too. So definitely check him out. I think it's
Hustletainment.
Hustletainment. That's what it is.
Hustletainment.
I wanted to say Valuetainment so bad. Okay, Hustletainment.
Hey, that's one of my favorite ones too, man. Valuetainment. Right.
Yeah. That's what's up. But I know you out on the West Coast a little earlier for you, so I appreciate you getting up and doing it for us.
Oh, no doubt, brother. Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Okay. Zacharias says, add me to the automation as well. I'd like to hear some ideas on great minds. Yep, so I'll just copy that link to you. And welcome to Zachariah again. He's one of the newer ones here. I've seen his starter kit just got shipped not too long ago. He says sales procedures and operation procedures will be the best. The more detailed, the better. Sales procedures and operate. So not sure exactly what you want, but the sales procedure is covered inside of the Cleaning Business Starter course. So if you are in them, or if you are a member, you can just go to courses and click on Starter course. Well, he is a member, but what I'm really talking to the YouTube at the same time, right? So if you become a member, you just click on Starter course, and the course is going to be there for the sales procedure as well as the cleaning procedure. As far as operating procedures, I would say look at if you look in the bonus section at the end of the Starter course, you're going to see a video in a section called the system, and I walk you over how I set my system up, and was able to hire, inspectors, and how I had a general manager and all of that. So yeah, I definitely recommend watching that. All right, and let me also link to this. Actually, here's it. It's at the beginning.
Real quick, AJ, when I was getting set up, I heard someone mention if they needed to have their subcontractors be bonded and with their own insurance.
Yes, sir.
So the way that we do it, we don't require them to have a bond. I'll always suggest that they do have one, but it's not mandatory. But when it comes to insurance, we like to do it in reverse. So we do want them to actually have their own insurance, but we ask for them to put us on as additionally insured. So we do it a little bit different, because if they go in and they do something, where they weren't supposed to do, I don't want to have a claim on my end, but I want to make sure that we're covered in the event that they do something through our client as well. So that's why we have them do that's why we have them add us as additionally insured.
Thanks, bro. That's excellent information right there. And actually, now that you say that, because when I was with the franchise, that's exactly how they did it. So we had to have our insurance and then add them as the additional insurance. So
Yeah.
that's actually a great point. Appreciate it. All right, what else we got? I was about to just, because what I'm gonna do too, bro, I'm gonna let you take over in a second, and I'm gonna make sure I'm allowing you to share your screen. Perfect. All right, what else we got? Angela says, AJ, I need to set up a one-on-one with you ASAP. How can I get an appointment? I'm gonna let me unshare my screen real quick, and I'll send her a link to do that. I can't let YouTube see it though. Give me 1 second. How do I unshare my screen? That right there. All right. What else we got? Let me reshare again. Let me make sure my share screen, my share settings. Yep. Okay. Good. All right. What else we got? Lando says, "Where's the Zoom link?" I'm on YouTube now. The Zoom link is right at the top where it says attention. Just click that right there, and it's right at the top. I don't want to paste it again because then everybody will see the link to it, and then anybody will be in here, not just Clean Biz Network members. All right. What else we got? Stephanie says, actually, bro, I'll let you take this one if you want to take it. Are you able to see it, or do you want to share it on your screen?
Yeah, I see it right now. Stephanie, hi everyone. This is great. AJ, thank you for the video. I have a question. I'm not sure if this where I post. We have no cleaning place right now, but a lady messaged me yesterday asked if we would do a walkthrough for her daycare for maybe once a week to clean and sanitize. She has a regular night cleaner, said so we can offer her extra protection for her daycare. I can't see where it says more, but just okay, let me see. We have a fogger. So let me see to do an extra clean. So they're looking for I'm just briefly reading this real quick, but it's they're looking for like a deeper clean once per week. Because they said they already have an extra crew, regular cleaner at night. So wondering what can I do? Offer an extra protection for a daycare. So the lady called in and says that she wants her company to come in and do or I'm not quite clear. Is she looking for a new cleaning company to come into service, or are they just looking for 1 day a week? It's always to, once you go in, you always want to always be selling. So the disinfectant portion of it may not even be something that the daycare owner even knows about. So, always offer more products and let them know that, you do a little bit of everything, even some things, that you don't necessarily do. Like I just almost the same exact situation. I did 2 daycares yesterday, and I don't clean windows, but I have people in my network that do clean windows. So she can always take information on things that she doesn't necessarily do, and then start going to look for people who where she can farm out those services. I can't hear you, AJ. I think you on mute, bro.
My bad. Thanks for letting me know. All right. So, but I agree 100%, bro. And I was just saying it. So it sounds like basically what she should do is, give them the proposal for what they want, but then also let them know, hey, like you're saying, upsell, basically. We have and foggers, and we can offer you this as well. It's more efficient. It's going to cover everything, but it's a little bit more of a premium price, right? And then a lot of times go for, especially at a daycare.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm letting her let her know we answered 15-minute mark.
Hello.
What up, CMJ? What's going on? That's you, ain't it?
Oh man, listen, man, I've been waiting to get at you, man, for a minute, player.
Okay.
I got some questions, man, if you got the time.
I got the time. That's what we're here for. And also, I got my guy Marcus Crockett on here. He can help us out today as well.
Brother
All right,
CMJ, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, my man? Excellent, man, excellent. So, I've been getting leads from you guys, man, and I just had one last week. I sent all the proposals in. This one is kind of different from the first one.
Okay.
Where they want like a 3-a-day quote for 8 man-hours or 5-a-day quote for 8 man-hours. So this one, she property manager, she is requesting that for start off, they want the lease office clean, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I did the calculations with that. I asked her the square feet. She said 900. So I kind of did what you was doing, charge, certain amount of cents. I did like 25 cents maybe.
Mm-hmm.
For a square foot. I got like $2.50 out of that, I believe.
Okay, and you said that what type of service is this for again? Is it just regular janitorial?
It's janitorial, but it's a complex, apartment complex building.
Oh,
complex.
Okay. So you're doing apartment turnovers then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So like the first 2 leads been apartments. That's cool.
Right.
So the second lead, she wants I just had it recently last week. She's requesting one to have the office clean, which is 900 square feet.
Okay.
And so I did a calculation that come out to 250.
Right.
Now that's just aside from the other stuff she wants done. The other stuff she's recommending to have clean is just basic laundry room clean, mopped. Mostly all the floors. There's 3 floors to every building.
Yeah.
It's probably like 20 or 21 different buildings. And she wants somebody to clean 1 time a day. And I'm asking her like, okay, well, what's the hours? She said, whatever you can do, just got to start at the 8 a.m.
Right.
And it has to be done by like, I don't know, 5 or 9 in the evening or something, right? So she said no weekends. So I kind of did like, all right, so I said, okay, basically 4 weeks, 4 times for 4 weeks. And she wants the office clean. She wants certain buildings had like these big glass windows. She wants those clean. And she's asking like, once a month. Then she wants like a deep dusting cleaning once a month. Then another deep cleaning once a month. You know what I'm saying? Aside from just 1 a day, I'm just like, okay, well, shit, I say 6 hours. So I kind of did that blueprint, what you did with the 2 staff, $15 an hour, combined it 30 times. Instead of 8, I did 6.
Right.
So she wasn't quite sure, but first time getting it, I told her like, listen, I do all this right here, 2 people, you know what I'm saying, for $2,500 a month. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I was even low or high, but I did know that I was like in that bracket of 2 G's and some change. So I told her, you know what, forget 25, I do it for 2,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Flat rate, no penny, not a penny more, not a penny less. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about that? That negotiation proposal right there? Because I want to get her, because she already got a cleaning service right now, and she's looking for something. And we were doing a walkthrough. She was pointing out like, oh man, what are they doing? They don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, these doors supposed to be closed. All this dust here. That's when she was like, "Oh, can you do dusting?" I said, "Sure, hell yeah, we do. We do it all. You know
Right.
We do it all." I ain't gonna say, "Let me get back to you." I said, "Yeah, we do that." So nice woman, and she wants 1 a day service. She doesn't matter how many hours it takes, but as long as those 21 buildings get clean,
Sheesh. So 21 buildings in one complex. And then,
looks when I say 21 addresses. Because it's not like it's like 21 buildings.
Gotcha. Never mind. Okay, yeah. So don't even look at those like that. Yeah. Don't even look at, So basically you're doing the rental office, the laundry areas, but is it a laundry room in every single building?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. So common areas, and then the apartments will be as they need the turnover done.
Right.
Yeah, simple
Right.
stuff. All right, now, how long do you think it would take? 'Cause obviously, it sounds like we don't got the square footage. So, how long do you think it'll take for? You said you want 2 people in there. How fast can 2 people do that? Just the common area apartments.
Well, check this out. It doesn't. All those 21 addresses don't have to be done all in one day.
But that's what I'm saying, right? We ain't even thinking about those. Just the common areas. How long you think it'll take to know?
I'm gonna stretch it out, man. I could do 5 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? 5 hours for one day, 4 times a month.
Right now,
You know
is that 5 hours for 2 people or 5 hours for 1 person?
I say 5 hours for 2.
Okay, so that's really,
See what I'm saying?
what, 2.5 hours? No, excuse me, 10 hours. So 10 man hours total.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so that's where we'll start. So then you put the 10 man hours here, since you don't got square footage, that means you can skip all of this part, right? So we'll put 10 man hours there. What you gonna pay them per hour?
I'll say 15.
All right, so we change it to 15, and it's once a week, right?
Once a week. Yep.
Okay. And so that's where I'm at with it. I'm at 1430 on it. Then for the apartments, all you do is when you do the proposal, I'll open the proposal actually.
Okay.
Open the proposal, and I got a video on this. That's all about to paste it somewhere. But just message me on Clean Biz Network, and I can send it to you if you need that video. But
another thing too. I'm going to cut you off. Hey,
okay.
Another thing, she asked for additional prices for move in and move out apartments.
That's exactly the part I'm getting to now.
Yeah.
So this part right here, this 14, that's only for like cleaning the common areas, everything but the apartments. Then when you come and actually do the proposal, you're gonna put that same 1430 here, right? So 14. I always like to, if I'm saying 1430, I like to make it look a little pretty, and I might say 1429 or 1425, something just to make it look less than what it really is, right? Anyway, so so there we go, 1425 there, and then under this additional pricing terms part, I would just put the price for the actual apartment. So if you want to charge a flat rate for all the apartments, regardless of their sizes or bedrooms, you can charge it there. So you can say that, or you can do it per bedroom. So you can say 1 bedroom, we'll charge 120 for 2 bed. We'll charge,
I did that. Yep.
There you go.
I did that. I did around that bracket. Oh yeah.
Yep. And so just something like that. And that's how you will put that proposal together. So give it a price for the main common areas. And then with these, they'll be invoiced as needed. Because obviously it's going to change each month how many units you do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that came up too. Absolutely. And I came up, I because I did a proposal that said like per visit, it'd be like $475. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like $475, $500 per visit.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, let me hear Marcus Crockett on that. What's your feedback on that, Mark?
Real quick, do you remember what the common areas? What kind of floor is it? What kind of floor do they have?
Oh, all carpet.
Okay. All right. That's gonna make a big difference. Because if it was that snap-in tile or laminate, you have to take into account that now you're gonna have, I don't know how many floors it is, but you need to make sure you got wet floor signs. You want to make sure those are down, and then also too, like if you do have to mop the floor, which you don't because it's carpet, but in the future, you want to make sure that you are paying attention to the times, because in these apartment communities, people are coming home between 3 and 5, and then you go and mop, and then walk over it, then you got to remop. So that's a good thing if it's all carpet.
Only thing that has to be mopped is just the laundry rooms and that one office. Okay. The leasing office.
Right.
Okay. Perfect.
Perfect. In the bathroom. That's it. Everything else is 3 floors, and it's all carpet.
Perfect.
She gave me the whole blueprint of the village, housing village, whatever it's called, Belmont something. And I got the whole blueprint of the entrance, the parking lots, the shed, the swimming pool, this lane, that lane. It's decent. It's not 21. It's not 21 buildings, but it's 21 addresses. I had to make sure. I was like 21 buildings. I'm about to raise the bar on her. But
and Not to cut you off, brother, but
Yes, sir.
another thing too that you, well, we were just talking a minute ago about doing upsells. Another thing that you
Yes.
can look at is parking lot maintenance. So when you guys go out there and you do your weekly clean, see if you can see if you guys can add in a contract. You get a few more dollars to go make sure you pick up any cigarette butts or loose paper or whatever that is.
Sure.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Now,
And,
okay, I'm listening. Go ahead, bro. I got a question for you on that. Yeah.
and then also too, it sounds like you on the East Coast, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay, you guys get snow, so that
Yes,
may
we
be
do.
something else that you can add in too. When not only will we do the parking lot maintenance when it's dry, picking up any papers or cigarette butts, but also when it snows, we can clear this part. We can ice the parking lot for you. We can clear it for you, but that's going to come at a higher charge. But that you just adding more and more tools to your tool belt. You know what I mean? And you'll really see your revenue boost up.
Now let me ask you this.
Okay.
She has a cleaning company right now, and that's how I was asking, like, how many hours you want, how many people. She's like shaking her head, like, whatever you want. I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, don't have no weekends, and you have to be here. It has to be after 8 a.m. or 8 a.m. on the dot, whatever. All right, cool. Right. So I said, I said something about a contract. So I guess she doesn't do contracts or something. Like, it's not like if I'm cleaning, it's going to be like, I don't know, like I got to worry about something with her next month. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them type of things. I got to call her to make sure that I hear it correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like if you hire me, I'm here for a year flat. You know what I'm saying? Or 6 months or whatever. I think it's just like, if I do good, I do good. You know what I'm saying? If I don't, on to the next service.
Right.
And so when you
heard something like that?
So what I was going to say is, now when you say she does not do contracts, are you saying that she does not do long contracts?
She didn't say long or short. I just heard something about contracts. She doesn't really do, you know what I'm saying? I could be tripping, but I heard something like that. I'm like, okay, well, shit. If, how do we sign? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So,
just, what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. So for you to protect your business, present her with, you can call it a contract, you can call it a service agreement. She can accept it for whatever it is, but you want to make sure that you protect it and you have a complete detailed scope of work and terms of conditions as to all the work you need to do and when you're going to get paid and when you're going to get paid. Don't start doing work without that, because that protects you, that protects your workers, make sure everybody gets paid. But the thing is some of my accounts right now, I have year contracts, but most of my accounts, to be honest with you, are all month to month. But what I was telling you before with the parking lot maintenance thing is basically when you go in, you want to make yourself so valuable to that client that they're going to have a hard time replacing you. So they're not going to want to get rid of the contract. But to answer your question, you definitely want to have a service agreement in place. You know what I mean? That's just she understands that. She's not going to rent to none of her renters without some sort of contract. Right. So she understands.
Now, when you two questions, the service agreement, is that something like, how do I come about with that?
I'll let AJ take care of that one.
All right, and one more thing. When you say parking lot cleaning, is it more like leaf blowing, dirt blowing, picking up cigarettes? Like, what can that consist of?
That can consist of all of the above. If you want to put together a package, like, okay, on this package, we'll go and we'll pick up any loose paper and or debris, right? On this package, we'll pick up, we'll do your paper, debris, and leaf blowing. And on this package, we'll do paper, debris, leaf blowing, and in the wintertime, we'll salt and remove snow. Like it's really up to you. Yeah, however you want to tailor it.
Yes. Yep. Cool. All right, I'm with that. Yeah.
My bad. What was that other question that you said you were gonna let me get?
He was mentioning how to structure a contract and how to put in like all of his scope of work, terms of agreement. So
service agreement.
It's literally right here. So I would just use the proposal generator and everything else. So this right here, this section that you see on the screen is your scope of work. So you just put in there, whether it's each service or whether it's weekly or bi-weekly and all of that. So that's your scope of work right there. As far as determine the service, this your template right here. You just want to make sure you go in there and tweak it to suit your needs. But I got the basics of it down there for you. You know what I mean? So you can already have it.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, because I was, that's what I wanted to point out. I kind of figured it could be there within the proposal, but I just needed you to show me like, okay, what I already assuming, like one of the templates, I could put that in there somehow, some way.
Exactly. And also I would just make sure too, like on this right here, actually I'm tripping. I keep thinking this thing like, because it used to be with the proposal generator, you could type in the customer email and it'll send straight to them, but I forgot I've been into that. It's gonna automatically send to you anyway. So definitely practice with it, send yourself a practice one so you can see how it looks. But that the service agreement, that'll always be on the last page anyway though, for them to sign for you.
Gotcha.
Yep. I want to answer one question real quick. I seen somebody mention on YouTube, and I ain't answering no questions from YouTube. I said that, but I tell you what, I will answer some if we get time and if you do a super chat, since I don't ever get super chats, right? And also, but I wanted to text this because I'm pretty sure people in CBN that might ask this, even though this is in the course, but I'm gonna cover it. Somebody said, what about taxes? Do you have to add taxes into your bid? So in regards to proposals, right, into bids, the only taxes that you need to be worried about is sales taxes. And are you required to charge it? It depends on where you're located, all right? So in Virginia, I didn't have to charge sales tax, all right? But then when I moved to Florida, you had to charge sales tax for commercial, but not residential. So you have to, that's going to vary on the location that you are. Then also keep in mind that if you are required to charge sales tax, that's not extra money for you to play with, okay? That has to be put separate and paid to the state directly to them. That's not your money. Also, on your invoice, when you invoice the customer, it has to be shown as a completely separate line item. You can't just include it in the total cost, because I know that's what we think, right? We want it to be simple and we want it to, you know what I mean, all one inclusive price, but it has to be showed as a separate line item, just FYI on that. I'm gonna let somebody else go see him, Joe. He already unmuted himself anyway. What's going on, Lando?
Hey, what's going on, AJ? How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. What's up?
All right. So, I had a couple of questions, please. So, I asked in the CBN network about the carpet cleaner. Is that under carpet bonnet?
Yeah, so you got two different types of carpet cleaning, right? So the bonnet cleaning, I always tell people use the carpet bonnet for commercial cleaning. And then the carpet extraction is usually more for residential, because it's gonna be like, it's more wet. They usually got fluffier carpets and stuff, so they want to see those lines in it. But with commercial, you just want to use that bonnet pad. I would look on YouTube and look up some carpet bonnet videos so you can get an idea what I'm talking about. But it's basically almost like a pillow that you put on the bottom of your low speed buffer, and you just spray like a little bit of carpet cleaner on the carpet, and basically what it does is clean the surface of the carpet. It looks a lot better. Sometimes when you extract the carpet, it'll bring all of the old dirt from the bottom of the carpet, and then it'll leave a stain. So even though the carpet did get clean, it might not look as better. So I always recommend to do the bonnet method for commercial, and I would use that one if you're going, like if you're trying to bid, that's the one I would use.
Okay, cool. And I'm planning on getting 2 leads today, actually, from the lead generator. So I know with that's for us is 200. Yep. You probably answered this already, but if you did, I didn't hear it. Okay. But when you're doing it, is the 100 for like per phone call, or you just make a dozen phone calls and whoever contacts you back, you just basically throw all of that at us?
Yeah, so you probably saw one of my ancient videos when I first created the program, And it used to be, I used to sell it, well, I think it was like $1 per call or something like that and all that. But now we don't sell calls at all anymore. We simply sell appointments because honestly, we gonna make more than 100 calls 9 times out of 10 to get that first appointment anyway. So it's nothing to do with calls, it's just simply the amount of appointments you buy, that's the amount that you're gonna get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, brother. I appreciate that again, man. I'm gonna definitely hop on that today.
Okay, cool, man. I appreciate you.
All right, no doubt.
Yep. And I just realized something. One of my people is supposed to be here because, like I said, soon I probably won't be on some of these calls. And I'm wondering, is Anna, are you here? She's supposed to be on this call.
Yes, I'm here.
There you go. Okay, that was you that came first. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate you being here for support. So you see how this is working now. Thank you.
Yeah, very
right.
helpful as well.
Perfect. All right, cool. Let me get off of here. All right, anybody else got any questions? All right, cool. What I was about to say. So Anna, by the way, for anybody who don't know, that's who you typically are going to be talking to if you give us a call on our phone number, or if you email the support email, that's who you'll be speaking with 9 times out of 10. Unless you're hitting us up about leads, and a lot of times we'll send you to Bill. Y'all, a lot of y'all familiar with Bill. But other than that, all right, anybody else with any questions? If not, we'll jump back to the group and answer some questions from there. All right, we'll keep it rolling then. All right, Mr. Hawthorne or Witness, I don't even know. Any tips on closing the sale at the end of the walkthrough? That's
Yes,
good. What's going on?
Yes, this is Foch from
Yeah,
from,
Foch.
yeah.
Okay, good to hear from you. What's going on?
So my question is,
It looked like you might have just muted yourself as you was about to begin to talk. There we go.
yes. So my question was, how much do you think I can charge for 9,000 square feet?
Okay.
Commercial cleaning.
It depends. It depends on, mainly it depends on what the scope of work is, right? So what type of building is it, or are you just talking in general?
I'm talking in general.
Okay, so in general, it depends on the scope of work because that determines, because, all right, I'll give you an example. If you get a 9,000 square foot empty warehouse, the pricing on that will be different than, and if it's all floor and you have to mop every single inch of that thing, that's gonna be a little while. So that means that the production rate is gonna be a lot slower. But if you get a 9,000 square foot bank that's not that dirty, the time will be a lot faster, so therefore you'll charge a lot less. So it really depends on what the scope of work is there, and then what the scope of work is will determine how fast you can make your production rate. And what I mean by production rate, and I show it inside the course, but just a quick refresher real quick, I definitely recommend going back and watching the start of the course though to hear a more clear explanation. But when you come over here to this commercial calculator here, you notice it gives you some I guess standard production rates for you to go off in case you don't know what your production rate is. But in the instance that you do know what it is, or if you got a good guess, you can change these, right? So let's just say, for example, we put in a 9,000 square foot carpeted building. It's saying that it'll take 3 hours to clean it, right? But that's only if the production rate is really 3,000. So let's just say it was like that warehouse that I told you that you go ahead and do a lot of mopping. Well, you might lower that all the way down to maybe 1,500. Now you talking about double the time. You see what I'm saying? So it really just depends on what the scope of work is. Now there is, let me see if I can find it. There is a, we have a production rates chart up in here, and I'm gonna see if I can find, by the way, I'm glad that y'all here. This search tool is the one. This one is BS, and I gotta figure out how to make this one do what this one does, just FYI, all right? But this is the one you wanna use whenever you wanna search a subject in Clean Business Network. So let's just search production rate. See if I can find the form. And also the janitorial store has them, that's where I got mine from. And then also the ISSA is the authority on this. They the ones who actually take and do the research, but you can figure out your own production rate though. But it's, and what the production rate again is simply the amount of hours you can clean per square foot. All right.
Okay.
So just take your time, measure that out. But anyway, that's the answer to it. I was trying to see if I can find my production rate chart in here so I can show it to you, because a lot of times too, what they can tell you is how long it'll take to mop, you know what I mean? Or how long it'll take to wipe down, whatever the case may be. All right, but hopefully that.
Yeah, so, but the problem is they want to pay me like 560 something, because they provide for the chemicals. So I was like, it's not, it's not a good price for me.
Right. So,
and I also posted it, so you can just take a look, like, to have an idea.
Is in the group already? All right, let's see. How long ago did you post?
Probably yesterday.
Okay, it should come up pretty soon then.
Hey, folks, what type of account is it?
So it's ultra service. You guys know ultra service.
Ultra service?
Yes.
What do they do there?
I think it's like a big factory. They sell stuff, they sell projects, stuff like that.
Okay. How many days a week do they want you to do it?
Once a week.
Once a week, 9,000 square feet, and they want to pay you $500 a month.
$500 per service.
Oh, $500 per service.
Yeah.
That's a big
How many bed? How many? I mean, what you're saying ain't sounding too bad. Now, how many bathrooms is it, and floors?
So I think it's only floors, because they want the janitorial service to be done, and they also want me to wash the floor.
To wash what?
But to wash the floor. So they do have their own machine and their own chemicals.
Oh, they want you to. You said wash cars.
No, wash the floor.
Oh, wash the floor. They have a auto scrubber.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. No bathrooms.
With the bathrooms as well. The bathrooms, everything.
Okay.
So I ain't gonna lie to you folks. So honestly, it sounds like that might be good money. It sounds like it might be.
That's good money, right?
That sounds pretty good.
And here's how you can figure out if it is or not. Just ask yourself, how long do you think it'll take to clean it? And then take the number that you said they're going to pay you per service and divide that by the time. All right. And so let's just say, how long do you think it'll take to clean? It'll take you to do that job right there, each service.
So I think I was gonna work with one more person, so which is gonna be two person, and I believe probably 4 hours, 4 to 3:30. Let's say 3:30.
Right. So we'll say 8 man hours, and you still getting $62.50 an hour if you get $500 per visit. So that's excellent money. I don't know. Yeah, I would take it. If that's what they're offering you, I definitely take it.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Good.
And honestly, too, maybe now, if you're new to it, you're just getting started, go ahead and get a nigga your fingers, get your hands wet a little bit, get your hands dirty. But
yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You already know.
That's what I was thinking about. How, I would like to do a lot of jobs and get experience. That's what I'm looking for.
Right.
So yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for this.
No problem at all. And thanks, Marcus, for getting a little bit more detail with the question, helping us get that out there. That I need. that was helpful.
That's a good deal you got.
Yeah. All right, what else we got? Anybody else before I keep moving on with the questions from the group? And by the way, I never did find your post. Is it folks? So I don't know what happened to it, but I couldn't find it. All right, what else we got? I'll start here. He was just asking if he looking for somebody to subcontract. All right, can someone help me with the proposal? 800 square feet, office, 2-bed, 8. All right, so this one, I don't even have to pull it in the calculator. I can kind of just use a regular calculator for this one. Because at 800 square feet, it shouldn't take no person but more than 1 hour to do it. I mean, you might do that in 30 minutes. Really.
Yeah, that's pretty small.
That's a tiny one. So, but
30
let's,
minutes.
let's just say 1 hour, you charging $30 an hour because you paying somebody 15 to do it. That's typically what I go off of. So 30 times 2, because he said 2 times a week. All right, then that times 4.33 weeks in a month. You're looking at 259. I've seen Harold Harris said anywhere from 250 to 300. He right on point with me. That's what I would go with. I know Harold Harris is a I don't know if he's still with one, but I know he was a franchise owner when I originally started talking to him. So I know his thinking is usually aligned with mine. Matter of fact, Marcus, you were a franchise owner as well too. So we all probably be on the same boat on that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, but CBN is this now, so y'all don't think y'all got to be with the franchise. We we hit those bumps, so y'all ain't got to. All right, we got these options now. But anyway, I like this. I'm at anywhere between 250 and 300. I'm cool with that, y'all. I'm gonna roll with that and keep on rolling. All right, what else we got? Gerald Brown says, question, new to the cleaning industry, is it normal practice while doing commercial cleaning to move appliances, furniture, or equipment during any cleaning? My answer is no. What you got, Marcus?
No, I would never do that. I wouldn't, because you don't want to be held liable for any of that. And that's actually where and if you're not bonded, so if you're in there to do cleaning and you're in there vacuuming the floor and you have to move some expensive china cabinet, well, your insurance 9 times out of 10, they're not even going to cover that because you weren't there to do any work on the china cabinet. That's where your bond kicks in. Yep. And long story short, I wouldn't do that. Don't move anything. Matter of fact, when I used to go in and do the carpet cleaning, I would have their staff move all of their stuff.
There you go.
Yeah. Don't touch it. Just stay.
I got a quick question when y'all done.
What's up? Go ahead now.
So I'm basically, my niche, I'm doing the disinfectant with the electrostatic cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
I have two guns, right?
Yep.
And I also have a meter. It's called an ATP meter that I actually get the number as far as the percentage of the germs. Yeah. So I want to get into that niche, but I don't really know how to actually, because I have the flyers and everything, but how do I market that, including with the cleaning? Or if I just wanted to do it separate?
I'll tackle it.
How would I go about it?
Yeah, I mean, really it's the same. Honestly, it's just the same. I think it'll come down to your branding really more than anything. So for example, if you handing out flyers, make sure that you highlight that part on it, right? If you got a website, make sure your website highlights the fact that you offer disinfectant. Oh, and I spoke about this a lot more and during the when COVID was real big, but one thing I would just make sure that when you're doing a walkthrough and you give them maybe your brochure or your flyer or whatever piece of marketing material that you can hand out to them while you're doing the walkthrough, make sure that you highlight to them, just by the way, we automatically include disinfectant services on all of our cleaning, right? So put it in as a like it's don't even treat it as an upsell, treat it as this is the standard at this company, right? Sell it as it's already part of it. Then obviously you're gonna charge a premium price for it. But when they question the price, that's your selling point, right? So that's how I would go into it. And then obviously in the beginning, maybe go as premium on the price, because maybe you edge out the competitor just by simply offering that when they don't. And then if it comes down to maybe you $100 more than the competition, they're like, hell, I paid the extra $100 because we know this company is serious about actually disinfecting our company, not just doing regular janitorial stuff. So that's how I would start off doing it. Then as you start to build that reputation, as you start to get a few clients and you're comfortable with your cash flow, then you can really charge a premium price that is worth. But the reason why you can get away with only charging a little bit more in the beginning, not that much, is because honestly, electrostatic, like spraying the thing, don't take long at all. You know what I mean? We know that. Now the chemical is a little expensive. That is,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But the time don't really take that long. So you just got to make sure you do the math on the cost of the chemical. And it's like how much, you know what I mean? Run your numbers a little bit, just make sure that it makes sense. Like if you charge them, when you do it, like if the job takes 3 hours to clean it and then an additional hour to disinfect it with the gun, then just make sure that if you charge, let's just say you went in and you charge them $1,000 because that's what it costs just the cleaning part. And you like, I'm gonna throw in the disinfectant free just to set myself apart right quick. If that extra hour each service is affordable for you and it might cut your profit from maybe 30% to 20% or 40% to 30%, whatever it is, roll with it just because you're trying to grow in the beginning. And then as you grow, then you want to definitely charge. That's how I would do it. I don't know if Marcus, you had a different approach on that though.
Yeah, when it was real big, for the most part, like it was kind of crazy. So I don't really have a true marketing strategy for it now. It is something that I always do bring it up. It is something that is attached for additional services within our contract. We'll have our regular scope of work and things we're doing in the place where they sign, and then like on a separate page, like, hey, these are our additional services. I do touch on those things when we do the initial walkthrough. So some of the things that they may ask is, hey, what do you guys do? Well, aside from all of the things that we talked about, trash, recycle, bathrooms, floor, mopping and dusting, we also make sure that we go in and we do a lot of the hotspots. So that includes all of your telephones, your light switches, your doorknobs, things that people are commonly touching. And then I would add that into it as well. And a separate service that we also offer is this electrostatic disinfectant. This was something that we really used during 2020 to fight off COVID and whatnot. And people understand now the severity of how important it is to make sure that their place is as clean as possible. So I think going into it now, you kind of have history. History is going to play to your advantage versus when we were trying to do these things before 2020. It was more of a harder sell. So being that you're coming into it now and this is something that you want to do, I don't think that it's going to be hard for you at all because everyone already understands the severity of it. But in terms of like me just marketing it in my company, I don't really put so much emphasis on it, but I do, I do let everyone know that it is available, and I still get calls from time to time. So I don't think you'll have any problem with doing it at all.
All right, that's what's up. And so I had a hot lead, right? So I stay in Newport News, Virginia. And I have a friend that actually works in the bank, and she said that they was planning on letting their cleaning company go, but the manager there doesn't deal with actually hiring the cleaning company. So even with that, I know AJ, I know with you, when you're paying for the leads, I know you can check off what kind of leads that you want to call for. So if I was to get, because I have a person that's doing that now too, I hired them on as a schedule coordinator.
Yep.
But if she was to call the banks in this type of situation, if the person isn't there to actually, hire the cleaning company, like who would be the next person up to have that conversation with?
That's a good question. So what I would this is how I would start out. I actually answered this last week too. It was either last week or earlier this week. I just typed it. But anyway, I would start with, since if you know the manager directly already, even if she's not the decision maker, if she's cool enough, or if you think you can, ask her to figure it out for you. So say, well, do you know who, see if you can figure out who her corporate contact is, because a lot of times they go through corporate, right? And if she can get you that, then you reach out to that person. If that person ain't, you get that person to put you in charge of, so that'll be the first method I would use. Then what I did the other day, I forgot who I helped in here, but Google it, right? So let's just say it's Bank of America, and I pasted their link in here earlier this week. But I will look up Bank of America procurement, right? Because procurement is one of those words where they use to hire the contractors, or the other word I would use is vendor. All right, so search those two phrases, right? Bank of America vendors or Bank of America procurement. When you find that, a lot of times you'll find the area where you can actually look up and sign up to be a vendor for them, and then you just do the application and go from there. But those would be the two ways I would do it: is start with the branch manager first for the banks. Oh, now as far as your caller, right? Let me answer that part too. I don't target those with mine simply because we're trying to cater to multiple, right, cleaning companies, right? It's just too much work. But for somebody like you, then if they're dedicated to you, I would tell them to do exactly what I just told you, which is if they tell you it's handled by corporate, then ask them, okay, by chance, would you happen to know who, who runs your corporate, blah, 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 right? Now, if they don't give it to you, all right, well, we're gonna hop on Google and look up so-and-so corporate headquarters, right? And then we're just gonna keep digging. Basically, you gotta lead mine a little bit. You might even be better off hopping on LinkedIn a little bit and seeing, all right, if I can find a branch manager, you know what I mean? But it's gonna take a little bit of some research, that's all.
Okay, and one more question, and I'm gonna let y'all do your thing. So I do know when I looked at your, basically getting hired on with CBN doing the contracting, I looked on your drop-down box, and you had a lot of Florida, you got some California. So by me being in Virginia, if I was to be able to get people hired on with my company to do the cleaning, could I still be able to join the network with you guys, even though I'm in Virginia?
You talk about the subcontracting, James?
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, shout out to Martell, he'll probably be doing some of these calls with me soon. Me and him are going to partner up to set up that location. I'm just dragging my feet and I didn't set it up yet. But we about to offer.
Virginia?
Yeah. Because
Come on. Yeah, you
anyway.
From here.
Yeah. So I said I wanted
What
that
about
one
Philly?
Yeah,
So
do that most definitely.
That one coming soon for sure. I just got to set it up. As soon as I set it up, then yeah, give me. I won't let this month go by without setting it up.
All right, most definitely. I'm gonna be looking forward to it as well. I have y'all email, but I don't have y'all phone number actually. If you could just drop it in. I know you don't want to put all your information out on, because you're on YouTube, but
so for the Clean Biz Network is 490-0118. You're gonna speak to Anna, who's up here now. Like, Lord, don't get them my phone number. They're gonna work me to death. No, she ain't. She good. But no, that's the phone. That's the office phone number.
Say it again for me. I'm writing it down now.
Yep, it's 904-490-0118. And I'm just gonna go ahead and give y'all the caveat now. Anna is you're not really new anymore, but you're still learning the job, right? And most of that is because I am as y'all can see, I am not the most organized person, right? I just do stuff and we're gonna figure it out in a way. So I put her through some training, but most of the stuff, because at the end of the day, REIT might have a question that's different than Lando, right? And so a lot of times it's gonna be unique situations. So I kind of let her learn on the fly. And a lot of times you're gonna have to wait for her to come ask me, and then I tell her what to say, then she come out to y'all. So please be patient, but I will say this though, she got a long frequently asked questions list. A lot of the questions that you might have, she will be able to answer. So that's that. If you wanna reach out to me directly, you can still reach her. She can see the link to schedule a call with me. If y'all on CBN, just post it in the group and I'll send it to you. What else? And then my email is aj@cleanbiznetwork.com, but I'll be honest, I am just doing horrible with email. My email is backed up. Y'all can see even my messages in CBN is backed up. I am getting to the actual comments in CBN, so that's good. I'm doing okay there. And then IG right now, so I'm a little more active now on IG too. So if you send me a message on IG, I'll probably send you a voice message back on there. But yeah, that's that.
That's a bet, man. I appreciate all y'all again, man. Good talking to y'all. I'm gonna let y'all get back to doing what y'all doing.
I appreciate you. I see Reek, you were trying to jump in for a second.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, AJ? Oh, my fault, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that was you. You good?
Me. No, I had a quick question about the vendor list, man. So I was doing that. So we're cold calling, we're hitting the vendor list for the banks and all. Like, I'm trying to take these major corporations like your Bank of America's, your Enterprise, things like that. But when I did the vendor list application, it was two things that was an issue for me being a new business. They wanted 2 years of my financial tax returns or something like that to show growth and stability within the company. And then the second issue was a DNB number, but I already got that handled and got that assigned to my company. But I wonder, how do you get past that? So you can still get into those facilities and clean them and get them and make them an account.
I can't lie, that's a new one for me. So that show you right there. I ain't done that. I never heard it. So one thing I did hear is the square footage requirement, right? They want to see that you can prove that you clean X amount of square footage. Who was that? I wanted to shout the person out, but anyway, she needed a letter of recommendation for that. I wrote her one yesterday, but I've heard that. I never heard the tax return thing, so that's new to me. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to get around that one. But the other thing, what was the other stipulation you said it was?
It was a Dungeon Broad Street number, but I got
Okay,
that
yeah,
assigned to
that's
my
easy.
company.
Yeah, that's easy. And then, all right, well, I'll say this though. As far as the square footage, whenever you ever run to that one, just either A, combine all the buildings that you used to clean, if you used to clean enough, or B, reach out to the Clean Business Network since you subbed for us in the past. And we'll make it work. All right, cool.
Appreciate it.
What you got, Marcus?
No, that was when he was asking about the tax there or the income thing. I'm like, man, I never heard that
Yeah,
before.
I ain't never, not even for
That's
government
good.
contracts. I ain't heard that one. That was new for me.
Yeah. It was with a bank called Citizens Bank. No, I believe TD Bank. And they wanted on their vendor list, they wanted to see your stability and growth within the company. And I was like, what? I just started out, you know. I'm like,
Right.
I can't give
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I really want the account, but it's like, but it's fine though, because I just got a lead from you guys literally today. Like I just like, you know, I'm gonna go to AJ and get another lead because I actually got a lead from you before, but it was a huge apartment account. It was too large for me to take on. And I didn't want to mess up my name or anything like that, or get, you know, because I would everything like the legalities and the compliance wasn't set up in my company yet. So then once I got that set up, I was like, okay. But I did learn a lot from that, and I actually talked to you on Instagram about it. I was like, I learned a lot from it, and you know, there, you know, we're gonna come again to them apartment buildings and make them our account. So. But I learned a lot from that walkthrough, from that initial lead, because I purchased about 2 or 3 leads from you guys. And
that's what's up. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, definitely keep building. And you know what? I just realized that's your voice too. I just realized I just put 2 and 2 together that this is the same guy that I've been talking to Instagram too. Not bad.
you know, you good, you good, bro. No, I was just saying though, you know, I thank you guys, man, because I never do, because y'all got me into like a crazy. It was like it was a luxury apartment. 5. They wanted all 5 levels done, moving and move out. I was like, whoa. I'm like, it's just a two person team right now. It's like,
right. And honestly, too, I ain't gonna lie to you. Don't let it scare you away, because even though the size of the complex is big, they might not have a 1 to 2 turnovers a month. So don't let that scare you away sometimes. And did you ask them like how many turnovers on average they usually have?
No, I did not ask them how many.
Yeah. So I would definitely still try to, go out there and definitely ask that question just to see, in your head if you can handle it. But yeah, don't let it scare you away. A lot of times it ain't even as bad as you might think it is. Yeah,
shoot, man. But this time, I know you guys your lead generation service is going to give us a crazy account. So that's what I'm really hoping for right now. So I just bought one. Like I said, I just bought one today because we're doing a cold calling. We're doing a lead generation. We're just trying to get these accounts and these sales going off. So that's like my main focus right now.
Absolutely. That's what's up, Reed. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And I see we approaching we actually just over an hour. So I'm about to wrap it up, but I did want to say to Charlotte, thank you, Anna, for replying to Charlotte. She basically gave them the corporate answer like you're supposed to give them. And that is our stipulation. So it typically does. So we guarantee, this is our guarantee, that you will get your appointment within 30 business days for the first one, and then add on an additional 10 days. I think it's just 10 days. I don't even think it's business day, but it might be business days. But add additional 10 days for every appointment after the first one. But to answer the question directly, you say, how long does it take? That's the answer. But honestly, right now, you probably gonna get it the same week, because we low on clients right now. We can use all the clients we can get. So now is a good time to buy. It used to be times in the past where it literally took your whole 30 business days and more, because it was just that packed up. But right now we're ahead of the game. We got plenty of callers. So right now you probably gonna get it ASAP. So make sure if you buy now that you want it now. And if you buy it now but you don't want it now, then just email admin@cleanbusinessnetwork.com and let her know that, so we can hold your leads up. All right. Other than that, y'all, and I know my guy Marcus said that he gonna, as we start to do these, usually these is empty, right? I think because I posted this on No Problem. I think because I posted this on YouTube, that's why we're so deep today. Usually ain't but 1 or 2 people on here with me. So this was fun, man. And Marcus, usually he said he gonna start doing some actual lessons with y'all. So if we ain't got a bunch of questions, we can really start dropping more knowledge. Marcus, you got something before we wrap it up?
Man, AJ, this is just amazing, man. I'm happy to see so many people that's starting and really ready to start changing their lives and changing the trajectory of their future. You know what I mean? Like this is a dope thing to see, man. And Man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for having me. Man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Appreciate you, man. You helped a lot. And y'all make sure y'all go find the channel, man. Tell me again.
Hustletainment, man. Hustletainment. My name is Marcus Crockett. I'm always dropping jewels, but you gotta like, comment, and subscribe so that you're in a position to pick them all up, man. Hustletainment.
For sure. Appreciate that, Marcus. I'm AJ Simmons. Y'all see what it is, Clean Biz Network. If you want to start, grow all of that cleaning company, definitely check out Hustletainment, and also check out cleanbiznetwork.com. It's definitely a revolution, y'all. Shout out to folks checking in, man. Shout out to everybody that came in, for real. I appreciate